Hello everybody, Frankie Day here from Frankie Day Models. For this cold, chilly Tuesday morning, takes my day off. It's time for the final reveal. This is video 6 for my second entry for Charlie Mac's anniversary Pearl Harbor group build. This is the conclusion, the finito, the final reveal for the Roden 1/32 scale Pt-17 Boeing Stearman Cadet. Okay guys, she's all done. It's a wrap. I'm ready to put her away. This evening I'll have another final reveal. It'll be for a fun build for my P-26 pea shooter. I should have it for you this evening sometime. So stay posted of that too. And I will resume on my first entry. Actually, it was my first and Stearman was the second. And so I got the OS2U Kingfisher. I got that going for you on 1/32 scale by Kitty Hawk Models. So I'll have an update on that probably by tomorrow. And I guess I'll start shading on it too when I get that all assemblies, the sub-assemblies all finished. Okay. Again, I just hope everybody had a safe and wonderful Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's. And for this new year, this is my first final reveal for the new year. I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Beautiful. Okay. This is, without further ado, we're going to come and take the camera. We're going to swing around and take a look at this Boeing Pt-17 Stearman Cadet. There she is, fellas. The holes in the wings are pre-drilled already. I used 11,000 guitar string, which came off my steel guitar, for the rigging. So I've used a sprue, easy line, wherever it is. This is real metal, just like the flying wires were done in this thing. This is a 1936 Boeing Stearman Cadet. This was used to train a lot of airmen who flew B-17s, B-25s, B-26s, B-24s, flew in these. The same thing in the United States Navy. The cadets flew in these too as well, become pilots. The Stearman was a hell of an airplane. Right after World War II, a lot of these things were up for grabs for the collector, the enthusiast, and for the aviator in mind. You can buy one of these things for about $500. That's pretty cheap back in 1945 when the war was over with. I got about 8 coats of varnish on this thing. Get this thing out of the way here. Let's take a look at this a little better here. This thing goes together very well. The novice should have no problem building this thing. Just have patience. For less parts on this thing, the build goes rather slow. It's all done. And I'm glad I got it all finished, fellas. I really do. This is a beautiful airplane. Let me tell you a story about this. A true story. Me and my brother, Gary. This is back in the, oh, I don't know, very early 1950s. Around 1953, 1952, somewhere around there. We were kids. Heck, I think I was about 9 years old back then. Just a kid. And we, like all kids do, we like to play out in bean fields. Out in sunny California. I was living in Ventura. We just came back from the Philippines. My father was in the Navy. We're naval dependents. We traveled with him. I lived all over the world. Well, getting to the steerman. My father was gone. He shoved off to Okinawa. And my brother and I we always liked to play out in the bean field. And one day I heard the most beautiful sound I've ever heard. It was the sound of a biplane. I didn't want to listen to no B-17 or a B-25 flying over, because a lot of those were flying around at that time. And it had a beautiful sound. I said, hey. All of a sudden I heard, whoa. Gary says, Frank, there's a biplane out there spraying the bean field out there. And it was a surplus Pt-17 Stearman. It was painted all yellow. All yellow. And the chute that they had with the PCP, where they drop all the most crop dusters got away with the wings like this, but this one, just like my Stearman, my Pt-17 Stearman Cadet, it had a chute right here going across there with which all the dust came out for the dusting. It was a crop duster. Well, my brother and I got dusted by this thing. But Gary, my brother Gary, he's always in the trouble all the time. And we were out there playing out in the cornfield. And the pilot was sitting back here out in front where the student sits at. He was sitting back here. I want to tell you something. You can hear people talk from an airplane when it flies by. That guy yelled top of his lungs, hey, you kids, get the hell out of that goddamn bean field. I'm spraying here. And my brother goes, blah, 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 to him back. And, oh, yeah, I'll teach you guys a lesson. And the guy went straight up, and he did a goddamn hammerhead stall, came back. And he came right at us and let us have it with that spray. Man alive, I was like a hound with fleas. Gary said, man, this stuff itches crazy. Let's get the bathtub. We got to get out of here. We ran so fast, our knees were touching our chin. My mother said, what are you two boys up to? We didn't have time to explain. We just had to top of the shower and get that stuff off us. My mother said, oh, you guys were playing out in that bean field, weren't you? In an airplane. You got sprayed by that airplane, did you? Yeah, so taught you guys a lesson. You don't play out there. Well, we never did anymore after that. So there's my little story of the past. Well, I got engaged with a Pt-17 Stearman crop duster. These things are very beautiful airplanes for their day. Very well built. And a lot of aviators love them, and they're a very good airplane. And they trained a lot of our pilots for World War II. You had the BT-13, the BT-13 vibrator as a trainer. And they had the Pt-19 they used. Also, they went to the AT-6 and the B-19. All kinds of them. But this superseded all of them. Even the Great Lakes SOC-2s they had. They superseded these. These things here lasted almost all to the end of the war, until the government said, what are we going to do with these things? Well, boneyard. A lot of them, most of them, 80% of them were gathered up by private collectors. They didn't last long in the boneyard, I guarantee you that. So anybody's got one in his stash, don't be bashful, build it. It's a joy to build. There's no fit issues at all. The cabin struts, which right in here, the inside here, what I did, I positioned the wing where they're supposed to be at, and I used some ACC glue, this stuff right here. I normally stay away from this stuff. I use it for tedious stuff. For extra strength, this is the best there is. I can find. It's stronger than styrene glue itself. I add the ACC in there. When it dried, I made sure those holes in the wings, because I pre-drilled the holes using a pen vise. So the locating holes. So be sure, here's another tip too. These holes in these wings right here, use a very, very small drill. A very, very small drill, like a pen vise. Don't use an electric drill. Just use a pen vise. Electric drill will melt the plastic because of the higher RPMs. Use a pen vise with the smallest drill you got, and drill your holes out. That way your wing struts will fit into them. Also your rigging too as well. That'll save a lot of headaches, because the holes are there in the wings, but they got to be drilled out. That's what I'm trying to say. Goes together very well. I thought the prop was going to natural wood. They were black. I used aluminum foil for the grab irons on the props. Everything else is just right out of the box. 2 deliveries that give you all aluminum finish. That's probably the United States Navy. They have them all aluminum too, but most of them are all yellow. This is a nice airplane. You guys will have fun building this one, so don't be too bashful and grab this out of the stash and buying one of these. If you can't find the Roden kit, I think Revell has got one of these too. I'm just guessing that it may be this airplane, the mold itself. Because I'm finding out more and more every day, all these manufacturers they build so much in their name, they sell the molds off to somebody else who wants to use their molds underneath their labeling. Then we'll go to something else. We'll build that for a while, then we'll expire the molds and sell it to somebody else. So those molds are very important to use, to have, because a lot of manufacturers get a hold of these old molds and they turn around and rebox these things like Atlantis. Like Atlantis models. They're bringing out all these old 1950 kits from Revell, which I got thumbs up for that one. Okay, we'll take the camera back to yours shortly and finish up the video, fellas. Another sneak preview of my little pea shooter here. I got that all painted up. It's time for the decals and the rigging on it. I wish I had my damn camcorder. I got about 5 coats of varnish on this too. Let it dry. Here's what I do. When I gloss these things up real well, I got a little space heater over here on my trailer here. I always set it right in front of that space heater, not too close, just enough to get warm air on it like that. What it does, it kind of bakes in that it hardens up it hardens up the gloss finish, so you'll be able to have a better finish on it. That's just a tip, guys. I always suggest it all the time. Some people use hair dryers like that. Take a hair dryer and go back and forth with a hair dryer. I don't like doing that. I know a guy did it one time. He melted his whole wing. So the best thing to do with these things here is just let them dry natural, days. But if you really want to put a good hard seal on it, like putting around a little bit of heat, not very much. Okay, that's it for the Pt-17 Stearman, and this is my first final reveal, the first final reveal of the new year. And so stay posted for the P-26 pea shooter. I had that for you tonight too. It'll be all done. And I'm going to start resuming back on the Kingfisher. That's my first entry for the group build. And then I'm going to bounce on my group build on that Corsair, the F4U Corsair. So far I'm knocking these out. I'm going to work on my Lancaster. I got my Lancaster, my Tamiya Lancaster. I got it all sanded down, wet and dry sandpaper, using wet sandpaper. I got the two Merlin engines that come with it. I have it on the port wing. And I got to paint those up. I got a lot of work to do that thing. So that's going to be a hit and miss job until if I get the Lancaster bugging me, I'll start turning two of that and finish that up. But right now, I got this done. The first entries, the first complete build of the new year, and my second entry for Charlie Mac's Pearl Harbor Anniversary group build. It's a wonderful group build, guys. There's a lot of people that has joined in that group build. And that's a good topic there, Charlie. That's a good topic. And so I got two more coming your way, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I got two. I got the Buffalo. That's ready to be appreciated. First I got to mask down the cockpit and everything, and it's all the same. Then I'll do some appreciating and painting. I got two more to go here. Yeah, I'm still getting pretty busy, guys. I really am. I'm getting very busy here. I get so busy, I dug this thing out of the closet. I've had this here since 1962. I think I paid $1.98. Back in those days, there was no such thing as inflation. There was a set price for everything, and they let you know what the price was right on the box. Kit number Pt-17 and that dash is $1.98. That's how much it cost. That might be a fun build down the road. I just dug it out just for GPs, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna take a slug of this root beer. Yeah, take a good gulp of that. Okay. Trying to think if I had anything to add. Mine's a blank. I can't think of anything. Other than make mama happy, take care of the little ones, spend wisely, stay focused when you drive, be aware of your surroundings, take care of yourself, get yourself some models, get kit crazy, build yourself a Stearman. Or build yourself a B-52. Whatever floats your bubble. Build it, enjoy. It's cold outside and the pit of winter has now started. So, this is Frankie Day from Frankie Day Model signing off. So stay tuned tonight for the video of the reveal of the P-26 pea shooter. Should I have that done for you tonight? I'm going to be working on that right now. And then this evening I'll be turning to the OS2U Kingfisher and get that thing buttoned up. Then I'm going to start working on my Corsair. Okay, guys, I'd like to thank everybody who joined in my group build. Before I sign off here, I got a couple things I want to add. And I got Bob Buskine. He's got a Corsair that he's going to join in with, and I don't know what kit he has, but I know he's built the Revell one before, 1/32 scale. Perhaps he may buy and build another. I don't know, but like I say, guys, so it's a 6-month build period. You know, that will give you time to knock out other group builds and do builds yourself, and you can go ahead and join in my group build. Okay, that's all I got to say. I love you fellows. Take care of yourselves. Thank you very much for your wonderful candor and wonderful comments. And thank you very much. And stay tuned for the P-26 pea shooter. I'll have that for you coming this evening. And that's about it, fellas. This is Frankie Day for Frankie Day Models signing off. We'll catch you guys this evening.